Thank you, Mark, and a big hello from London. We had a varied selection of technical patterns last week. In the currencies, we had weekly key reversals down in the US dollar Indian rupee and the euro against the Swedish krona. In US dollar Indian rupee, there was no follow through lower this week. Indeed, we had an island bottom last Friday, and we've moved up since, but prices are still within last week's range, if only just. As for euro against the Swedish krona, a much more satisfactory outcome, with prices dropping like a stone, losing close to 2,000 ticks, or about 1.8% of their value since last Friday. Also in the currencies, we had weekly key reversals up last week, this time in euro against Hungarian forint and the US dollar against the Taiwanese dollar. Euro against the Hungarian forint has seen a good and considered move higher this week, breaking above last week's range, but not as yet managing to really sustain it. But it's getting there. At the same time, US dollar against the Taiwanese dollar also had a good and considered move higher, though here it seems the market has managed already to sustain the rise, moving above last week's range. In the commodities, we had a varied mix of metals, agriculturals, energy and environmental markets. We had a weekly key reversal down last week in LME 3-month lead, which today has started to show a suitable follow-on lower, pushing below last week's range, though it is playing merry hell with some of the longer-term patterns here, notably the 2023 reverse head and shoulders bottom and the June to August ascending triangle patterns. In EEX butter futures, we saw a weekly key reversal up last week, which has seen neither a follow-on higher nor a reversal lower, so nothing overall. In Chicago lean hog futures, we had a weekly key reversal down last week, and there has been attempts both of these past 2 days to try and push lower, but it has not been sustained, and the question mark on this pattern is still there. In energy, the ICE Dutch TTF gas baseload futures had a weekly key reversal up last week, which had an immediate follow-on higher this past Monday, and which looked on the face of it like a grand idea. However, prices have since dropped back, primarily because the long moving average, currently at 42.35, is bearing down on top of the market quite sharply and has seemingly capped the rise and sent prices back into last week's range. Finally, an environmental market, the ICE EUA carbon futures for December 2023. They had a weekly key reversal up last week, which this week has seen the exact opposite action, with prices moving back down well within last week's range. Now, I put this down to the market trying up and testing the overhead short medium moving average, currently at 85.71, and the medium moving average, currently at 86.20, and failing at both of these moving averages. Plus, I suppose, also the long moving average, which is further above as well, currently at 88.04. All seem to be behaving as a capping action on the market right now. That covers it for this week. But for the next 2 weeks, I will be away at the annual board meeting and conference of the International Federation of Technical Analysts in Jakarta. Now, if you happen to be there, then it would be great to see you. So please come and say hello. Otherwise, I'll catch up with you when I return. As always, I'm happy to answer any direct questions with anyone who is interested. And with that, I'll finish this section from London, and I hope that you've found these comments useful.
Thank you for listening. This weekly broadcast gives the essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Topic and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final important bit.